Last night you built a whole world. Weight, color, fear, other people, all of it. And while you were inside it, you didn't doubt it for a single second. It felt completely real, right up until the moment you woke up. So here's a fair question. How do you actually know you're awake now? That's where I want to take you, because it cracks open the most interesting idea I've got about what consciousness really is. Start with that dream. It tells you something quietly enormous. Your mind can generate a complete, convincing, fully felt reality entirely on its own. It does it every single night. So why does waking life feel more solid? Not because it's more vivid. The dream had vividness in full. It's because the waking world pushes back. It hands you cold weather, red traffic lights, and people who carry on doing exactly what they like, no matter what you want. A dream never resists you. You're the only author in the room. Waking life argues with you, and that resistance is the only thing that makes it feel more real. So there are actually two different things wearing the word real. There's how vivid something feels, which a dream nails completely. And there's a shared world that holds its shape, whether you believe in it or not. Most arguments about consciousness are just two people using one word for two different things, both convinced the other is daft. I always assume the brain makes the mind. More brain, more consciousness. Obvious, surely. But I think it works the other way. The brain is mostly a filter, a gate. Its main job is to keep most of reality out, so the thin slice that helps you survive can get through clean. Sounds mad, I know, but the science keeps nudging that way. Give someone a psychedelic and brain activity doesn't shoot up. It drops. Scans of people on psilocybin show blood flow actually falling, steepest in the network that runs your constant self-referential chatter. And yet the experience people report isn't smaller. It's vast. If the brain were a generator, less activity should mean less mind. It doesn't. That fits a filter far better than a factory. Aldous Huxley called it the reducing valve, decades before we could scan any of this. And while we're clearing out old rubbish, the line that you only use 10% of your brain is a myth and a measurable one. Scans show activity right across the whole organ, most of it busy over a day, even while you sleep. There are no spare idle regions. Damage almost any part, and you lose a function. The brain also burns about a fifth of your energy for roughly 2% of your body weight. Evolution would never pay that bill to keep 9/10 of it switched off. So the real question flips. It was never how to make your brain do more. It's how to stop it doing the unnecessary stuff that drowns out the signal. Raising consciousness isn't addition, it's subtraction. It's lowering the noise floor so the signal that was always arriving can finally come through. If you find this video interesting, a thumbs up genuinely helps this stuff reach more curious people, and a subscribe means you'll catch the next one. Right, on we go. Here's how I stumbled into it. I walked the same route for 10 years. Same pavement, same trees. This year I noticed 3 of those trees stand side by side, and not one matches the others. Different leaves, different color, different shape. They'd been there the whole decade. Nothing about them changed. I did. The signal was always broadcasting. My noise was just too high to hear it. You can watch this in real time with people. When I'm properly present, I pick up what someone isn't saying. The posture that contradicts the words, the breath that catches half a second before the sentence. The micro expression that says the opposite of, I'm fine. That's not analysis. It's direct perception. The information was always there. Lower my own static and I receive it. Tangle myself up in my own reaction, and I walk away having heard only the words. Same person across the table, same world. The only thing that moved was the noise inside me. And what you believe sets that filter too. Careful here, because this gets oversold everywhere. I'm not saying you think a thought and the furniture rearranges itself. I'm saying the reality that actually runs through you is shaped by what you hold true. Believe a treatment will help, and your body responds to a sugar pill. Believe it'll harm you, and you can manufacture the side effects with nothing in the pill at all. Hold a positive view of your own aging, and it tracks with living around 7.5 years longer. In a study that followed people for over 2 decades, the world didn't move, your experience of it did. And your experience is the only world you ever actually live in. Now, the thought that really opens the floor. We treat the measurable world as the whole of what's real. If you can't weigh it or put it on a dial, it doesn't count. But consciousness itself breaks that rule. Your own awareness is the single most certain thing you have, the one fact you can't doubt. And there's no instrument anywhere that can measure it directly. Every reading we take is of something else: behavior, brain activity, words. So the most real thing in your entire experience is already real, but not measurable, which means real has been bigger than measurable this whole time. Radio waves were nothing until we built a receiver. Germs were superstition until we had a lens. Not measurable yet and not real are very different drawers, and we throw far too much into the wrong one. The world is not as small as it currently looks to you. It's just filtered. 3 trees you've walked past 100 times are standing there right now, waiting for you to be present enough to see them. They were always there. You just weren't. And the filter, it turns out, is yours to adjust. If you want the full picture, properly laid out, you can read the whole article at consciousnesspartnership.com.